Oh, there you go with some Amy Grant. It's good for me. Let me see if I can get this right. Here on your tube radio. My mic seems a little low to me. I think we gotta fix that down here. See, I do two different shows. There we go. Just a little bit more gain on the mic there. There we go. I do two different shows, and they require two different configurations. And so there we go. Now I like that. I like the way that looks on the meters a little bit better. Hey, everybody, how's it going? And of course, when I sat down, I bumped it with my hat. So now it's all, I don't know if it's exactly where I put it or not. But anyway, we shall get onto a different camera here. The most embarrassing camera of the whole outfit. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Yeah, good to see you, everybody. It's good to see everybody in the chat room. You know, I was stepping out of the shower earlier today, and I thought I have a topic for this intro, monologue, whatever you want to call it. Do you think I can remember the damn thing? Do you think I can remember what that thing was? I thought, oh yeah, I'll remember that. I won't have to write that down. I thought about grabbing my phone and recording a little voice message. Just say, hey, here's a topic for later. You know, I have this little voice recorder thing on my phone. I often use it for taking, sorry, it's puberty, you know. I often use it for taking, you know, little notes like that, you know, phone numbers, things like that when I don't want to find a pen or whatever. And I thought, now I'll remember this. I can't remember it. It seems like an eon ago. So it was good too. I thought that'd be good to talk about. I mean, there's lots to talk about, but some of it I don't want to talk about because we're trying to get away from it all, aren't we, tonight here on your tube radio. So I don't have a topic. It's been really hot here this week. Always resort to the weather. That's what you do when there's nothing else to talk about. This is wrong. Okay. When there's nothing else to talk about, go to the weather because the weather constantly changes. So you can always rely on the weather to, to bring up a topic, to avoid the awkward silence. And so it's been super hot here. Like when I say hot, I mean 30 degrees Celsius, which is quite hot. And that's about 90 Fahrenheit for all you oldies out there. And old school people out there. So I've been running my air conditioners. I've got two of them, two window ones, one in the front, one in the back. And they do a great job. They do a very good job. So I don't worry when it gets really hot out because unless I have to go somewhere, which happens sometimes, you know, we all have to go out into the abyss, right? And but you dress appropriately and you take a hat with you and stuff and your sunglasses, whatever. But normally I'm not too worried about it. I'm very comfortable here right now. It's I can't see that well. Right now it's 70. This is the funny part. I use Fahrenheit in the house for temperature, which is weird. And I use Celsius for outside. Celsius is what we use here in Canada and in most countries except for one. And really, it's literally one country that doesn't use Fahrenheit. Celsius. And we all know which one that one is. But because I grew up with Fahrenheit at home, my dad always kept it at 72 degrees Fahrenheit. 72. That's I don't know. That's just where he kept it. So, when I got out on my own, I started having my own thermostat. I used to set it to 72. And then when I, things got modern and thermostats got modern and I was offered the opportunity to use Celsius in the house, I said, well, no, I don't want to use Celsius. I'm used to 72 Fahrenheit. That's where I set mine, always. So, in the winter when you have to run the furnace, you set your thermostat. So in the house, I use Fahrenheit because it's always within like a few digits, right? It's between 69 or let's say 68 and 74. So I know that little tiny range in Fahrenheit. I know that range. I know what they feel like in there, all those temperatures in between there. But I don't know what 80 feels like. I don't know what 60 feels like. I don't know what 54 feels like or 89. I'm like, those are blurry. Those are blurry to me. It's that one little range between 68 and 74 that I know. But when I look at my phone to see what the temperature outside is, that's Celsius. Because that can range from, minus 20 Celsius to plus 30 Celsius. And I know all of those temperatures. I know what minus 20 Celsius feels like. Do you? It's frigid. It's cold. Don't have a runny nose when you're outside because it'll freeze. That's how cold minus 20 is. And plus 30 Celsius, it's hot. Don't go outside. It's pretty hot. You don't want to be out there unless you have to be. So anyway, that's the weird thing about that, is that I use Fahrenheit when I am in the house. Anyway, it's 74 in the basement right now, and that's a little warm for me. That feels too warm for me. But with things, all this stuff running, this equipment and everything, that's what brings up the temperature. I do have the air conditioner running upstairs, which, is the best I can do. The good news is that I think, and I'm almost positive, that next year I'm going to get central air. That means that the whole house, basement, everywhere will all be the same temperature all the time. So in the summer, I'll run the central air conditioner, and it'll come out all the vents and everything, and it'll be, the same all over. And I won't have to put in the air conditioners in the windows, because that's cumbersome, and you have to screw your curtains up and everything to do that. You've had that experience, I'm sure. You got your nice drapes, and, you've got to mess around and put an air conditioner in. The drapes look like crap for the entire summer because you have to figure them out, how to get them around the air conditioner. And use clips and magnets and all this kind of crap. So if I get that next year, I won't have to worry about all that stuff. So anyway, that's the topic that came to my mind for this part of the show. Because the other topic is gone. I have no idea what I was going to talk about. It's the same, Mikey. Craig is not paid, always handy. Craig is not pad, always handy is nice. I do. I don't understand what that... Oh, a pad, a notepad. A notepad, always handy. Not around here. Not around here. Oh, I took the pen downstairs. Darn it. Yeah, the pen. That's when we lived at home. I lived with my family, my parents and stuff. And it'd be like, where's the pen? Because we only had one. Does anyone know where the pen is? I'm not joking. I'm serious. It was the pen. And the scissors. Where's the scissors? That was the thing that was asked the most often in the household, in my household growing up. Because where I live, our milk comes in bags. Some of you might know this, and some of you are going to be like totally like, what the hell's he talking about? Milk comes in bags. And I think it's a wonderful idea. Here we go. I'm looking at the clock. I got to get to the music soon. We don't have these big plastic jugs or whatever. It comes in you get 4 liters of milk, which is a gallon. Okay. And it comes in 3 small plastic bags, sealed plastic bags. Well, I hope they're sealed. It's a wonderful idea because when it comes time to throw them out, you scrunch them up and you throw them out. You don't have to deal with these great big plastic containers. And they don't take a lot of room up in the fridge either. You just lay them down in the bottom somewhere. And you get one, you put it in this plastic holder, and then you cut the corner off the bag and you pour your milk. It's a splendid idea. A lot of Americans and other people don't understand how that can be a better idea than a plastic jug. Believe me, I've had the plastic jugs because we used to get them from the States for cheap. And you bring them over and they're huge. They won't fit under the shelf in the fridge. They just got to adjust your shelves. You got to dispose of them. They're huge. No, I don't like them. Bags, baby, bags. Yeah. So anyway, in order to, believe me, if you had a choice, once you experienced the milk bag thing, you'd prefer the bags. You would prefer the bags. Trust me. I don't care what you think right now. Until you experience bags, you don't know how much better they are. All right, now, so in order to open in order to use the bag of milk, you put it in this plastic container, and then you cut the little corner off the bag, and then you can pour your milk, right? Well, in order to do that, you need scissors. We only had one pair of scissors growing up in the house. And if somebody took those scissors to do paper mache, or to make clothes, or to, cut whatever around the house. You go in the drawer, you get your milk, you put it in a bag in there, you're all set, nice glass of milk coming up, some cereal maybe. No scissors. You can't open the milk because there's no scissors. Where's the scissors? That was the question that was asked the most often in my house. Where's the scissors? So I came up with this idea of tying the scissors to something. Tie them to the handle of the drawer that they were in. Right? With a string. That way, they're there. No one can, if you need to cut something, you bring that thing to the scissors. Don't take the scissors to that thing. Bring your thing to the scissors. Scissors are here. They're tied to the drawer. They ain't going nowhere. Okay? Because when I got a bowl of cereal sitting waiting, my stomach's growling, I need to cut my milk. Jeez. I guess that the solution to that is to have more than one pen in the house. See what you did, Mikey? You brought this whole thing up. Have more than one pair of scissors around. Redundancy. Buy a box of pens and just put one everywhere, all over the place. Have a pen on every surface. That way there's always a pen. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of penning, pens and stuff like that. You get out the phone, you get out your phone, you press a button, you go, hey, 574-333-2765. That's Joe. Boom. Put in your pocket. Next thing you know, you need your phone number, get your phone out, there it is. No pen, no paper, no scissors involved. All right. You think we should get to our first request? That's what you did, Mr. Mikey. See what you just did there? It doesn't take much with this head, this brain of mine, to stir up a topic. It doesn't take much. So, but if you can keep track of a pen and paper, more power, more power. All right? You do that. You do, as Dan Bongino would say, you do you. Anyway, all right, let's get to some tunes. We got a request from H.P. Lovecraft for some Supertramp. I approve of this message. Here on your Tube Radio.